Yo, top of the top, how we doing? Happy Monday. Shout out to my cousin Pedro. He inspired me to go through this mind map with you guys. This is a proposal for a construction company off a cold lead I met on TikTok. So this company has no idea how to go digital. They have no digital presence, no website even. They're a complete dinosaur, and they're looking for someone like myself to get it popping for them. So let's get into it. So I always like to start these kinds of situations assessing the current situation, meaning, hey, what kind of socials do you have? What kind of infrastructure is available? Do you have surveys? Do you have a website? Have you identified your target audience? Do you know who the target audience is? Well, do you have an ICP, et cetera, et cetera? Just like the general questions to find out where they're at. This particular client has none of it, so we're gonna have to do everything from top to bottom, right? It's completely white glove on our end, meaning where we're gonna handle everything for them to make sure that they get digital the proper way. And then excuse like my lack of camera presence. This is the first time me doing something like this, so I'm just taking my shot. So first and foremost, we're going to identify the target audience. We just spoke about that when we assessed the current situation. Why do we do this? Just because we want to know who we're talking to, right? If you're a hunter, you're not going to be trying to sell your products to even people who believe in animal rights. Even though I do believe in animal rights, but I'm avid outdoors myself. So you want to be able to cater your message to your target audience, making sure that you are talking to the right person and able to get that client sales. Obviously, we're going to ask this question. Okay, once we figure out if the target audience, who the target audience is, excuse me, we're going to figure out is a target audience online. Obviously, everybody's online in this day and age, and the goal of this company is to get them online. So we're not going to go down this way of saying no. This is just, like I said, for the client's reference. So assuming the target audience is online, as I mentioned before, the client doesn't have a website. So we're going to need to create a website. We're going to need to choose a style and its purpose, meaning is it just a simple landing page, one page? Is there going to be a shop? Is it going to be about me? Is it going to be a meet the team, etc.? And then I always attach like examples of some of the things that we can do for the clients. And here are two examples that I have for other people that we've done websites for. Um, Once we choose a style and its purpose, we're going to then go into content creation and copywriting. Obviously, this is important because the website needs to be intriguing, it needs to look beautiful, and it needs to get the message across of what we're doing. So now that we've figured out the website, we chose the style and the purpose, and we've created the content and copywriting, we're going to figure out, okay, what's the next steps? And the next steps here is to develop a social media presence and implement SEO strategies. SEO is pretty straightforward, right? We want to optimize for websites and search engines, and invest in online advertising. So as people are looking for, hey, how do I find the best packaging company for soap and toothpaste? Because that's what this company does. They package soap and toothpaste. We want to optimize for the search engines with keywords, et cetera, so that way they rank higher on Google. And also when it comes down to like running ads and stuff like that, it just creates a better atmosphere digitally for this business. So once we get all that squared away, we're going to then figure out how we're going to develop their social media presence. And once again, we're going to ask the question, is a target audience active on social media? Obviously, yes. Once again, we're not going to go down the no option. But if it is, let's just say worst case scenario, their target audience isn't on social media. We're going to explore other digital advertising options, running paid ads, etc. And even if, let's just say, those don't work, we're going to then go to traditional marketing options like investing in print advertising and then participating in trade shows. But assuming we're in the modern era that everybody's active on social medias, we're going to go yes. So we're going to figure out how to create engaging social media content. And as you can see here, this arrow actually links back to the content creation and copywriting of the website. Why do I do that? Because I like to create consistency in the marketplace. So I want people to get the same feeling that they're going to get on the website translated through the social media content, right? So now that we figured out, okay, what kind of engaging content are we going to create, we're going to figure out the actual nitty gritty of it and like develop the actual strategy behind it, right? So let me zoom in out here. Okay. So here is we're going to develop a marketing strategy. To do so, we're going to determine the applicable platforms for the business. For this specific business, I chose Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Google My Business. Instagram and Facebook, obviously, because those are if they're the two OGs of the game, right? Everybody's on this, and specifically for this target audience, like I said, the business is in packaging toothpaste and soap. So it's obviously going to be like a lot older of a audience. Instagram and Facebook. YouTube is dope because YouTube is like the the video version of Google. So people are going to type in how to package soap, and I wanted their videos to rank and people be able to see. TikTok is dope because obviously there's virality and there's a aspect of virality to this. And with TikTok, obviously I wanted to do something like, and my idea was like to do some how it's made type videos. So like, watching the packages get cut and those weird little satisfying videos that you see that are like the pages oddly satisfying. They're like cutting bars of soap and stuff like that. I wanted to incorporate that kind of content just to get the younger generation involved, but then also increase the likelihood of going viral. LinkedIn is, the Facebook for street CEOs and business. Very powerful tool when used right. Google My Business is also a dope because it's like, obviously, once again, it's more business centered, and also then we can start to then drive traffic from past customers and get reviews and just build that trust and repertoire in the marketplace. So these are the platforms I chose. We're gonna then take the original information of asking, hey, what is our target audience? We're then going to build a customer avatar. So once we have the customer avatar, we're going to implement organic content marketing. So we're going to create a UGC program or user generated program. My idea here was to reach out to some of their past clients that they've serviced and have them create a bunch of content for us to then obviously post on our platforms and theirs, right? UGC, user generated. So once we do that, we're gonna check the feedback, right? Because one of the requests for the client was to pretty much, they wanted everything white glove. They didn't want to have to worry about it. So this is just a mental note. Is this UGC program making content creation easy for the client? No? Okay, we're gonna have to reevaluate the creators, right? Obviously. Yes, then we're gonna scale with the best performing creators. And up here is another note of a list of, I think, the best businesses that do UGC very well. Apple's on here. Obviously, Apple's at the top of the list, right? They generate hundreds of millions of dollars with their UGC program. So once we figure out, okay, what are the best performing creators, we're then going to take the best performing the best performing pieces of content with the best performing creators, and then we're going to run targeted online ads here, okay? So why we do that? Because obviously the organic strategy is strictly organic, meaning we're going to test the viability of the content on each of these platforms, and depending on how it does organic, if it goes absolutely bananas, then obviously we know this is a solid piece of content that then we need to back up or give more authority in the marketplace, if you will, by putting some dollars behind it and getting it to more people, right? So now that we go back, okay, that was the the UGC program. Now we're going to do coordinate content creation on site, meaning I'm going to source a group of creatives. This company's based out of Canada. I'm going to source a group of creatives to then come in and create content based on like my recommendation and my expertise, right? Here's also some inspiration that I always add as far as like the how it's made type of content. Remember, like the oddly satisfying type stuff. Which once again is going to be focused on YouTube Shorts and TikTok for that virality, and then employee content, meaning we're going to give like the employees their 15 seconds of fame, because people love buying from people. So if we're able to humanize the company, it's going to pretty much be able to introduce them to the marketplace in a much more friendly way, instead of like, hey, I'm a business, buy my stuff, right? So obviously for most people, they don't really know how to be comfortable on camera. So if we're coordinating content creation on site, the first question that I'm gonna ask is, okay, is camera shyness reduced? And if no, then we're gonna address the problem, obviously, and we're gonna provide training and support, meaning I'll help them create scripts, camera angles, popular editing styles, etc., just to get the people talking on camera comfortable and used to what's happening, so it doesn't feel so foreign to them, right? So if camera shyness is reduced, then obviously we're going to continue the path on content creation. Simple. This also goes back to here, right? Run targeted ads online, because we're going to take the best performing content from both of these, the UGC and the content creation on site, and then put some marketing dollars behind them to pretty much pour gas on this fire, right? And once again, reiterating, if you post a piece of content organically and it goes absolutely viral, there's the proof of concept that is a high performing piece of content, and the moment you put some advertising dollars behind it, whether it be Google AdWords, Facebook, YouTube, etc., it's going to go even crazier, right? And it's also going to take your message far and wide. Okay, so Now we're going to track and analyze the digital marketing metrics and KPIs, right? KPIs are key performance indicators. We're going to measure, okay, is what we're doing working or not, right? Here's what and that's exactly what happens next, right? So are the results satisfactory? If no, then we need to revise the digital marketing strategy, and that means we're going to have to go all the way back to here, right? Where we developed the original strategy. Something we did in the beginning is obviously didn't work and it's not getting the results we need. So let's fix it immediately. Okay, so now we're going to say yes, the results are satisfactory, the client's happy. So we're going to continue with the digital marketing efforts. We're going to now monitor competition and industry trends. What this means is we want to look at people in the space who are doing what we're trying to do better, and we're going to then take their strategies and pretty much rip them, right? The goal here and in business and just in general in life, there's nothing new under the sun. It's to find what's working and do that, right? And if you're able to then take the strategies and advice from bigger companies with bigger budgets, they obviously have a bigger budget, so they understand things a little bit better. So if you're able to take what they're doing and do it, they pretty much work out all the bugs for you, and then you're able to just capitalize on the upside instead of like trying to figure it out and being a trailblazer, if you will, right? So, and that also then goes into the next part of staying updated with digital marketing and best practices. So once again, you want to be able to stay ahead of the curve. So this then involves like perusing the internet and seeing what other bigger companies in the space are doing and how they're staying on top. And then we're going to look to implement them for the client. Up here, it's pretty much a scope of work of what would be delivered to the client, right? So we have content creation, ideation, script writing, film finding, production, teamwork, creators, editing. That goes back to like helping reduce camera shyness and just making the content creation for the company completely white glove, super easy. They don't want to have to worry about it. Social media management, they want a multi-channel presence and distribution. And community management, right? Community management is important because if you're not interacting with the people who are made to potentially buy your products, it just doesn't look good. And once again, people love buying from people, so you have to humanize your presence on the internet. That way, people feel a lot more comfortable buying from you. Marketing and advertising, we're going to create and manage campaigns via Meta and Google AdWords on YouTube, etc. Pretty straightforward. And then website, we're going to build them out a proper SEO profile. They want monthly management and email campaigns. I also have a AI chat bot that I was going to add to the website for both, FAQs for clients and potential customers, but then also for community management on social media to where, I'm able to set up bots that can perform, like 20 to 5,000 tasks a day, responding to comments, DMs, setting up meetings, etc., etc. So yeah, this is my mind map for proposal of getting this company digital. Obviously, there's a bottom half that we don't need to go to because some of these answers were required. No, this was just there for more of the client's sake of like seeing, okay, what other options we could pursue. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it beneficial. This is my first one, and I'm looking to do more. So give me the feedback in the comments. Let me know if I was trash or not and where I could get better. Appreciate you guys, and I'm looking forward to chatting more. Peace, peace.